They framed Brian Kohberger, I'll tell you that right now. They framed Brian Kohberger, I'll tell you that right now. That's my opinion. That can't be backed up by just common sense.
You acknowledge it's false that Mr. Kohberger allegedly stalked one of the victims. That's false. You know that to be false.
I got you, fam.
That Mr. Kohberger allegedly stalked one of the victims.
Yes, I was trying not to say that because.
But you knew.
No, this is propaganda.
You knew that was false. You knew that was false.
By what they say is misinformation floating around.
The things that are being said are 100% not true. There's not drugs involved. There's not some weird love triangle.
So we learned something new there. A couple of media outlets had reported that Brian Kohberger stalked one of the victims. In the months before the murders. The prosecutor now says that's not true.
Being accused of that.
Gaslighting, verb, is a form of manipulation in which the target is deliberately misled and made to question their perception of reality.
But Judge John Judge said there were questions featured in the survey that included false information.
We got to get tisk-tisked? No, this is propaganda. This is propaganda to make you feel stupid, to make you feel wrong, to make you feel incorrect whenever you doubt the official narrative.
The information that was put in the survey is based on the public record and information, the way that the state and state actors put information into the public record that has now been disseminated. And we have not violated that order.
First of all, they framed Brian Kohberger, I'll tell you that right now.
I mean, where it came from. It just came out of the media or somewhere.
It's a pattern of psychologically manipulative behaviors in which the target is intentionally misled by a perpetrator, attempting to convince them that their thoughts, perceptions, or beliefs are mistaken for some sort of personal gain, so the gaslighter can save face.
Who knows where it came from, but
According to documents, Gray doesn't believe he should have to follow the gag order, and he accused the Latah County prosecutor, Bill Thompson, of leaking information about the case to the media. Prosecutor Bill Thompson of leaking information about the case to the media.
I don't think there's anything, not that I'm aware of, in the public record that said anything about that, about your client.
That may have been featured in media reports or on social media.
Prosecutor Bill Thompson of leaking information about the case to the media.
But those were not discussed in an actual public document or record, and that concerned him.
I mean, those two questions were not in the public record. And they were. I mean, they came out.
Initially, investigators and the police had said the community has nothing to worry about. Now they've sort of said, well, of course we should be vigilant because there is a suspect or suspects still at large. What is your message to that community this morning?
Well, I think the fact of the matter is that whoever is responsible for these murders is still at large. The investigators do not know who that person is. From what they've told my office, they believe that this was what they call a targeted attack and not just a random act of violence. And I think they tried to communicate that, but obviously that communication didn't work very well.
But that was not the court.
No, this is propaganda.
Doesn't change the fact that we have a non-dissemination order that specifically prohibits that kind of dissemination of facts, specific facts about this case.
But there were questions that contained false information that really got the prosecutor mad, specifically when Bill Thompson cross-examined Dr. Brian Edelman, who's conducting the survey. Take a look.
the official narrative. And let me remind you, the official narrative includes a fake picture that's now been recalled.